To find a zero of a function, a solution of a function, a root of a function, while on the graph screen, we're going to use this calculate menu again. So I'm going to go back to y equals, and I'm going to modify my function ever so slightly because the function x squared plus 3 actually does not have a zero, a real zero. So we want to make this minus 3 now. So when I look at my graph, I see there's my parabola, and it's 3 units down from the origin. So I've got two zeros here and here. And the graphing calculator will give me the value of those zeros. I just have to activate the zero finder. So again, the zero finder is in the calculate menu. I'm going to do second, trace, and option number 2 is the zero finder. When you do so, the calculator is saying, I need more information. Where should I look? I need a left bound and then a right bound. So for this first zero right here, I know that this is -1 and this is x equals -2. So I'm going to look in between -2 and -1. My left bound, the bound over here, is -2. So I'm going to type in -2. And again, I could have typed in -3 or -5 or -1.9. Any value to the left of where the function crosses or touches the y-axis is completely fine. But to keep it simple, I'm going to use -2, and I hit enter. And immediately the calculator puts up a line saying, okay, I'm going to look to the left of this line. Now I need a right bound. Now the right bound, the easy one that I'll use is -1. All right, and I'm going to type in -1. And when I do so, now the calculator is saying, okay, I'm looking in between these two lines. Give me a guess. The guess is just a starting point. It doesn't matter what your guess is, as long as your guess is in between the two values that you've already picked. All right, so I picked -2 and -1. -1.5 is in between them. So I'll type in -1.5 as my guess. And again, any number between -2 and -1 would have been fine. We hit enter. Now the calculator does a little thinking, and it comes up with -1.73 and change, which you may or may not recognize as the square root of 3, negative square root of 3. But that is where the zero occurs. All right, and lo and behold, the other zero will be at positive square root of 3. We can do our zero finder again, just real quickly. Second, trace, option 2. Right, we're going to look between x equals 1 and x equals 2. So my left bound is going to be 1. You know what? This time I'm going to make my right bound 3 because it doesn't have to be 2, but I'll make it 3. So I'm looking for the 0 in between there. And I'm going to guess 2 as my starting point. So I hit 2. It takes a half a second, and boom, there's our other 0. So to get a 0 from the graph screen, you're going to focus on the zero finder, which is on the second trace menu. You don't need to worry about finding a zero function through the equation solver at this time.